Hey Wolves, I'm Prince.
And I'm Delaney.
And you're watching GDMLK.
Attention, potential prom goers. Please make sure that you serve all your attendance/tardy consequences before we go on spring break. Failure to serve all of them may keep you from being able to attend prom. If you do not know what you need to serve, then please stop by the attendance office to inquire. Thank you.
We have a new segment for you guys today called Animated Movie Review with Andrew. Let's go check it out.
Wow, this blank blue background sure is bland. We could spice it up a little. Oh hey, so me no longer doing trivia has exiled me to this blank green screen void. But I still need to talk about something in here, so animated movies. I know we already got regular movie reviews, but here we only look at high art. So let's start with only the most prestigious work of art, a DreamWorks movie. Now when you think of DreamWorks, you probably think of the funny green man opening the door and very little else. And if that's you, then fair enough. But DreamWorks has made some unironically excellent 2D and 3D animated films, both in the past and present. So let's take a look at a film that is not only excellent, but is one of my all-time favorites, How to Train Your Dragon. Released in March 2010 based off the 2003 Cressida Cowell book of the same name and directed by the duo who directed Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon is considered to be one of the best DreamWorks films ever made, and I wholeheartedly agree. So let's get a little more specific on why I love this film so much, starting with a short plot summary so we can be on the same page.
This is Burke.
And this is our protagonist, Hiccup, voiced by Jay Baruchel. He's the son of the chief, and Burke is constantly attacked by dragons. So much so, that basically everyone knows how to fight one in some way, except for Hiccup. That is, until he shoots one down and finds it in the woods. And instead of cutting its heart out, his words not mine,
I'm gonna cut out your heart and take it to my father.
he frees him and then goes on to befriend him, naming it Toothless. And yeah, that's all you really need to know. Of course more stuff happens, but for the sake of time, we're leaving it at this. The premise is admittedly a bit cliche. The boy with his quirky out-of-water friend is the oldest trick in the book, used in movies like E.T., Iron Giant, Back and Me, but what I think matters is execution, and this movie executes these tropes very well. So let's get more into what makes the execution great. The relationship between Hiccup and Toothless is easily what makes this film, and the entire trilogy for that matter, so great in my eyes. The first act is mostly just vibing with Hiccup and Toothless, with them eating together and drawing in the dirt. It gives the beginning of the film a sort of laid-back vibe, with things picking up once they start flying, with all of this adding up to make the climactic finale feel very earned. It also helps that Hiccup has a very good character arc. Go from scrawny outcast at the beginning to being Steve Irwin by the end is very satisfying to watch. But we can't talk about Hiccup without talking about Toothless. I like him. I like how they gave him cat-like ears and eyes. As a cat owner, that's fun. In all seriousness, he's great not only as a sidekick, but also as a character. This is mainly done through his endearing personality, which is shown almost entirely through facial expressions, and it works so well. You can tell exactly what he's feeling in every scene, even though he's practically silent. So yeah, perfect character, 10 out of 10. Alright, let's get into non-character stuff, like the animation is always the easiest thing to praise or criticize about any animated film, and thankfully the animation in this movie looks stellar, in certain moments. Now considering the film's age, it looks perfectly fine. But then there are some moments that just look absolutely breathtaking. Moments like the flying scenes in the opening and ending battles still look great even today. But movies are more than just watching colorful moving images, so let's move on to the John Powell. You've probably never heard of him, but he's the composer for this movie as well as the whole trilogy, which is why I think he's criminally underrated. The soundtrack he composed for this film is phenomenal. He went for this very emotional orchestral score, and it works perfectly for a very emotion-heavy movie. Hiccup and Toothless may be my favorite part of this film, but the soundtrack is what truly sold me on it. My favorite track is easily Down Dragon, with those bagpipes. It's peak. Well, I did it. I finally managed to do something that's 100% not trivia related. So as for my final thoughts on How to Train Your Dragon, it's pretty clear I think this movie's a masterpiece. I obviously glossed over a lot of this movie, but when you have to keep this under 4 minutes, you're gonna have to skip over a lot. But the reasons I gave are why this movie works so well for me and so many others. It's easily my favorite DreamWorks film and the one that I think anyone can enjoy. This movie gets a firm 10 out of 10. So now I pose a question for you. What movie should I review next? Specifically, out of these 5 films, this is just a random group of movies that I'm just interested in looking at. So yeah, scan the QR code to make your voice heard.
That's all for today.
Thank you so much for watching.
And like always, have a good day, okay?